I was always into the far side, only I started from in a very narrow paradigm. And I was very lucky. My father, he had a very serious illness. He was in a chemical spill when he was at Wisconsin Power and Light. And there was a class action suit, and there was chemicals that were discovered that had really terrible effects on the nervous system. So he entered into a state of very poor health, totally, you know, off the wall. Like it was fearful day by day. And me diving into that world made me realize that I've got to master the understanding of biochemistry and brain chemistry so that I don't have to experience that, you know? And so it was really with, you know, great respect that I remembered that all the teachers that didn't always feel good along the way, they always held a key. And as long as resisted, the key remains unavailable. As soon as we get the knowledge and the information as to why life threw us some form of experience or curveball, when we get that, we come away empowered with a key that accesses our higher potentials, our creativity, and our energy. And it can start simple with choices that we have control over. Like some of this is pretty metaphysical, some of this we can philosophize about all day long, but how easy is it to displace simple physics, displace some junk food with something that feeds your true neuropeptide profile potential? How about a food that actually gives the building blocks for all the hormones to balance into optimum peak performance levels? So whether you're an athlete, whether you're somebody who needs creativity as a part of their job, whatever you do, whether you're a painter or a musician, we're talking about a way to say, I want more of that, and I get it easily. How many of us have had great ideas? So good. And you know, here we are. This is a great idea. I love it. And we've got like just the seed core. I mean, when you fly over the 1930s African subcontinent and you looked down, you saw the villages, they actually appeared from the sky shaped in the shape of Mandelbrot sets. Who knows here what a Mandelbrot set is? Anyone? Okay, so it's basically a fractal. It's this crazy, wild pattern that repeats itself infinitely. And we see is what's happening here is the brain, physical organisms at the cellular level, macro social systems all have a way of developing right relationship with each other and the sphere upon which they dwell. So what we're discovering is that when we put these principles into place personally, through our personal choice, consciously, suddenly that's what happens in the world around us. We become hot, like we all know we attract our thoughts and that we're electric beings and we got a magnetic potential and all that, but a lot of times the universe has to use a stethoscope to even hear it. So we're trying to manifest our dreams and manifest our highest potential and affirming and doing mantras and yantras and yogas, and they're all perfect and well, and they are all part of the program. And yet, if the amperage behind these experiences is congruent, that means thoughts, feelings, actions, all congruent, and you've given yourself the foundation for proper neuropeptide profile associated with bliss, then all of a sudden, you step into a whole new experience of what it means to be alive. How many people here have experienced this? Right? Yeah, so that's what we're here to share. It's like the world around us is like a caterpillar matrix. We all know the story. The caterpillar becomes a butterfly, but meanwhile, at the cellular level, when you zoom in at the microscopic level, you discover there's a choice for every cell. They decide, cell by cell, as individuals, to metamorphosize into butterfly cells. And the first few are like Galileo, and they're taken out right there. And the immune system of the caterpillar actually takes out the new butterfly cells as they metamorphosize. It goes, this is weird. These are like some winged creature things, and they're not us, and therefore, kill it. That's the immune response. And it served a purpose along the way, but what we discover is just like in the caterpillar, when the square root of 1% of the number of cells within the system achieve that, then suddenly the immune system of the caterpillar or the resistive structures within the body or the social system all let down their arms. It stops fighting with itself because it realizes for the first time what your individual realization was, which is we are all a part of something larger. And we all are all perfect, unique, fractal reiterations of the one. And as long as we can maintain our creativity fully wide open and our feet on the ground, we can bring through infinite value. They say an idea is worth $1 million. It's just a subjective number of zeros. You can add as many or take away as many zeros as you want. And that the only value that materializes is when we're fully alive, when we're fully electrified, when we're fully grounded. and we bring it into the world. So that's what really superfoods do. People go to their job, they discover all of a sudden they're more valuable on the job, whatever chosen career or profession they're doing. And that's a great in for executives, for athletes, you know. Get on YouTube, you see some of the fastest, most amazing people jumping cars on YouTube, and they're on, you know, Elements for Life superfoods. And we give people a focused system. You put your energy in, it's like planting a tree. You plant a tree, it'll produce fruit, it'll produce branches, those branches produce branches, and it'll feed you for a lifetime. If you were actually living 300 years, like the average lifespan, then by the time you entered your golden years, you would have planted all your trees, and they would be bearing fruit, and you would be there to pass on the wisdom of the generations. That's the golden years. We don't get that these days. People are dying of disease way before the golden years even start. So, I'm asking people to rise up, get together, focus their energy like a laser through this modality, which when we put all our energy together, it's like we are making all these things available on an even more wide and vast scale. You can also earn an abundant, thriving income. So if this is what you're doing already, and you're sharing, you're glowing, you're experiencing it, people are saying, what are you doing, how are you doing this? And you'd love to share with them all day long, but it comes about 10:30 at night and you realize you've got to get up for 9 to 5 tomorrow. Is that what we really want? No, we want to be able to keep on doing what we do, which we do anyway, because that's what we're doing when we create the most value, which is providing a bridge for people to have transformation in their life. All right? It's all about bliss. Let's go back to bliss a second.